It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dinosaurus.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you there. Is it another episode of Don't Make It Weird? Are you here to hang out with us? Oh, stop it. I am that pretty. I agree. Guys, welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast, and this is a storytelling podcast for the writing community. We talk about books, we talk about reading, we talk about life stories, and in this episode, there's going to be a lot of corgi talk. We're going to be getting a little... Listen, this might as well just be renamed The Corgi Hour, and I'll explain why shortly. But first, I have to introduce the other member of our team. The better half. The half that is definitely not mad at me right now at the time of this recording. I am joined, as always, by the courageous catalyst of corgis herself, Dinosaurus!
I don't know if she's coming out, dude.
Dinosaurus!
I'm sorry. Do you guys hear something?
Oh, what is there?
I feel like I hear like a scratchy, whiny noise. It's like really grating on the ears. Do you hear that, Sean? It's close, not quite.
Does it sound a little bit like an 80s shock jock?
There it is again. Do you hear that? It's a piece of shit.
To clean my ears out.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Sean, even though you haven't been introduced yet, can you roll the apology?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I hate it.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
All right, let's get on with it.
All right, here we go. Dina,
Cover your shit.
are you excited? Because we've been waiting for this moment, and I made us wait a little bit longer because I'm incredibly irresponsible. But Dina, how's your mental state right now?
I'm not
Wrong question
mentally
to ask.
prepared for this. Not mentally prepared for this.
Because we've been getting the vision time because we have a guest that has probably the cutest animal. But that we have a big something coming up in our next episode. Do you know what that is?
No.
Dina, I'm the irresponsible one. You have to know what's coming up next, Dina.
I do. I just wanted you to say it.
Dina, it's going to be the 1 year anniversary of our podcast. This is the commitment level where like, oh, you got the fan out.
I got the
Just
fan
what
out.
You'd like to say? Sorry, you wanted to make sure.
I can't believe it's been a year. That's all.
Yeah, this is the commitment level in our podcast where, like, I'd be giving our podcast a Letterman jacket, like just to let them know that we want to go steady. You know what I mean?
Are we not
Yeah.
already going steady?
I mean, like a year's kind of like you got to do something for a year. You know what I mean?
You have to court for a year, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're already courting.
Well, at what
So that
stage
means
do
that
you get
it's
the
serious.
Letterman jacket?
Day one.
Day one, you just go
Day
full on. Hey,
one.
baby, you get my Letterman jacket.
Yeah, if
day
you're
one."
courting, you're gonna get married, bitch. There's no time. Like, no, you're done. At a year, it's a proposal.
Oh. Well, you know what? We need another opinion on this, Dina. We need an expert on
Do
the
we?
courting ritual. Yes, because we've got a guest this week, guys. A native son of the Pacific Northwest, Dustin Taylor's writing is influenced by a love of home and travel. He lives with his dog Eggo in Eugene, Oregon, dabbling in photography and enjoying the outdoors when he's not writing. You can expect to see many exciting things to spend in the future. It's your favorite corgi dad, Dustin Taylor. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you guys?
I'm good, but I
Really,
need to know
Daniel?
I need you to come in hot here. Day one, are you giving a girl the Letterman jacket, man?
It's gonna be at least day 3. No even numbered days.
So he would be classified as the bad boy in the cult. So everybody would want to court him, but we wouldn't be able to because our parents would be too mad because we wouldn't get the Letterman jacket on day one.
The bad
He makes
boy.
it the bad boy of the cult, Dustin Taylor. Oh
man,
my
that's
gosh.
gonna be a new handle.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, that's 100%
That's
the
really cool.
takeaway here. I mean, Dina, what other bad like I need to make sure that he's prepared for this. What other bad boy stuff does he need to know about? Like what are the practices that he needs to have?
He wouldn't run to your car door to open it for you if like he was already inside waiting on you, but he would open every other door for you. So he's not gonna like walk to the car, but like he'll like
open
do
like
the other doors. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I get out of the car and unlock and open the other doors, but not yours.
No.
Just gonna run and open all 3 other doors.
No, so if you're already inside and like she pulls up and like arrives, most of the cult members would go get the door for her because she shouldn't be opening her own door. She's not allowed. She's too weak. But if you're the bad boy, you're not gonna go get the car door for her, but you'll open the other door like to get inside.
But now I'm now obsessed with the idea. Like, I just want to know what a girl's reaction would be. All 3 car doors are just staring expectantly at her. The closed fourth
Just airing
door.
it out. Don't mind me.
Oh God. But you know what? We have a 4th member of this team, audience, and it's a very special member of our team. And you know what? I'd like to say that I like producers who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I'd buffalo him if I had just one wish, but he's been canceled since that summer. Producer Sean, everybody!
Hello, everybody. Hi, Dustin.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Thanks, Sean.
Hi, everybody,
Very glad to
but
be here.
Daniel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, is he here?
Oh.
Didn't see you there, Daniel.
What?
Maybe.
Thank you, Dustin. See, Dustin's team Daniel. We're homies
He
now.
said he didn't see you there, dummy.
Didn't see you, buddy.
He's absolutely Team Dina. Absolutely.
I'm just saying he'd give me the Letterman jacket day 2.
Oh my God.
I would get
He
a
said
day
no
1
even
from
numbers,
Dustin.
dummy.
Bet.
Also, for the rest of the show, you're going to be called John Cena because we can't see you.
But Dustin, before we get too much further, because we're going to be talking about your amazing book, we're going to be talking about some stories with you, we're going to be playing some games. This is going to be a great time, but we have a little something special for you, Dustin. Something that from us here at the Don't Make It Weird podcast for you that comes straight from the heart. And producer Sean wanted to be the one to do this.
This is a dramatic reading for Dustin. Love. The kind you clean up with a mop and bucket. Like the lost catacombs of Egypt. Only God knows where we stuck it. Hieroglyphics. Let me be Pacific. I wanna be down in your South Seas. But I got this notion that the motion of your ocean means small craft advisory. So if I capsize in your thighs, high tide, B5, you sunk my battleship. Please turn me on. I'm Mr. Coffee with an automatic drip. So show me yours, I'll show you mine. Tool time. And you'll love it just like Lyle. And then we'll do it doggy style so we can both watch X-Files.
Yes!
My man. That was fantastic.
So for the folks at home, Dustin,
Thank
this
you for
song
that.
has a very special place in your heart. Do you want to just give the audience a little backstory onto why this song's so meaningful for you?
I don't know if there's too much meaning behind it, except that my buddies and I always used to love it. We always talked about making a music video, driving down the street in a Civic, and we had it like all mapped out and everything, but we never actually made it.
Well, maybe we have goals here. So, audience, if you want to see us make a music video with Dustin, we just need you to hit some likes, hit some retweets. Let us know in the comments. If there's enough interest, Dustin, we'll do this, buddy. All right?
Yeah, I'm in.
You ready?
69 likes. 69
60
likes on the video and we'll do it.
It has to be 69 likes exactly.
Exactly. If it's at
paying for these
70,
plane
dislike
tickets?
it.
Yeah.
We're going to put it on.
We'll do it virtually.
Yeah, we're all published authors here now. We'll get
Yeah, the bags of money are rolling in as we speak.
Yeah.
But Dustin, before
What?
we
I
get,
can't hear you.
What is that? Is that? Oh,
Whoa.
Sorry. Go ahead.
for our audio only listeners, Dina was just stacking cash, or pulling out books of
Straight
our Heroes
cash.
anthology. All right, Dustin, you're a storyteller, buddy, and I heard you have a little special story time for us. So why don't you give the audience a little tickle, a little tease, give them a little, little reach around, if you will.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys about the time I left my iPhone in San Francisco.
I have anxiety
this.
from this.
Yeah, no, I'm already. But you know what, Dina, I need us to get in a good mental place right now. Okay, so that means that today is going to be the first of many, and you're welcome, audience. Audio only folks, you're going to be missing out because it's our first corgi break of the day. Dustin, get Eggo!
Oh. Yeah.
Yes!
Look at him!
Yes!
Oh my god! I have this irrational
So fluffy!
Hi, Eggo.
I irrationally love this
Hi,
dog
buddy.
to the point of concern.
Yeah, same here.
It's a good
so
thing you live a
cute.
few thousand miles away, so I'm not worried
Yes.
about you stealing him yet. Anyway.
Yeah.
Is
He'd be
this
Never
gone.
make it.
Yeah, is this a problem if people tried to steal your dog before, Dustin?
No, but he definitely has tried to go with people sometimes instead of me. I treat him well, I promise.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you for visiting us, Eggo. Do you guys want to play a game?
Yeah, let's
I
do it,
wanna
man.
play a game.
I'm sure we're going to see Eggo again very soon. Producer Sean, what game we got, man?
This week, we are bringing back Truth or Sip. I'm going to ask some spicy questions that you may or may not want to have to answer, and if you decide not to answer it, you must take a drink. All right?
All right,
Let's
let's do it,
fucking
man.
go.
Let's do it.
So, shall we start with our guest?
Yeah.
Dustin.
Hit me.
By the way, these questions are courtesy of the Hot Ones Truth or Dab home game, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Dab.
Dustin.
Dab.
This is a question no one ever wants to answer. Unless it's an astronomical amount. How much money do you make annually? I'm not answering that no matter how much
Yeah.
I make.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer it.
All
So
right,
it's like
first
a really
sip of the day.
It's a really common thing in deaf culture to just like say you're like it doesn't matter how much
Really?
you make.
So like
And
a deaf
like
culture-
hearing people won't do it. Yeah. So weird.
That's interesting.
That is
I don't
actually
need you
You'll
to know
just
how much
talk
money
about
I
how much
have.
things cost. Everybody like in deaf culture, it's how much money do you make? That's a common question, and you will answer. How much did that cost you? You will
You're
answer.
gonna-
How much is in your bank account? You will answer.
You're going to hate me for this, but that just makes it easier to rob them because they can't hear you come into the house.
And we've been canceled.
Deaf people everywhere are going to stop telling you how much money they have.
Triggered.
All right,
fuck.
Dina. When was the last time you cried and what made you cry?
Today.
Me.
Oh, no. It was probably Daniel.
It's Daniel.
I don't think I want to talk about why I cried.
Okay.
All right, we're staying clammed up. All right. So right now we don't make any money, and you don't fucking need to know when we cry, audience.
It's true.
I don't ever cry, bitch.
All right, Daniel.
Yep.
That's too close to the other question.
All right.
Oh my god, this is great. What's your biggest fail moment while playing a sport? Sports ball.
Did you poop yourself?
No, I don't. So, all right. So I played pretty high level soccer. I mean, not like professionally, but like I was on good teams and was good, and now I'm a coach. Senior year in high school, so it's not even like I was young. I got a pass back from my midfielder. So I'm a goalie. I play, last man. So it's just an easy pass back. I have no pressure on me. I have no one around. So I'm just like, I'm just going to go kick the ball upfield because this is super easy. I go full fucking Charlie Brown. Like, when they pull the football out. So it wasn't that I just missed the kick. I missed it and wound up on my ass. Literally watches a forward runs by me laughing. Like, he wasn't even concentrating on the goal. He wasn't even, like, working hard. It was just, like, literally, like, one of those, like, oh, bro, what? As he dribbled by and tapped it in the goal. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
Charlie Browning in a high-level club soccer match. Yeah, that's not.
Just so we're clear, no one yanked the ball out from in front of you. You missed it. You just whiffed it.
That was just pure,
It was pure Daniel.
pure Daniel.
Beautiful.
I'm getting word from the executive producer that we need to use spicy hot sauce next time we play this game.
Oh, I'm in. Yeah, let's do
Because taking a
Oh,
sip of your
fuck yeah.
beverage is too easy. But you know what? We'll do it this way this time, and then we
I'll
can
go
try.
get buffalo sauce right now.
Buffalo sauce is not hot sauce, dear. I will send you the real shit, okay? Okay, Dustin. Who in this room will be broken up with their partner in the next 2 years? What?
God!
I don't like that.
I don't like it. You're all married,
Yeah.
and I think happily.
He's like, no, don't do that.
Dustin's like, don't put that evil on me.
Dear God.
I mean, listen, it's day to
Some
day.
of
I'm
these don't
lucky
apply
my
to
wife.
us.
Yeah, I was gonna say day to day. I'm lucky my wife doesn't leave me. So you know, it's a win.
Okay, Dustin, no one likes a liar. Who here do you think lies the most?
Ooh.
Is it me? Am I the drama?
I think it's Dina, but I don't think she knows she's lying. I don't think it's ever. I think it's almost never intentional, except
That's
for when
fair.
she's claiming amnesia to not talk to somebody. That's a big fucking lie.
That's a shout out to an early episode. Look at
You know what, to
Dustin
be
getting the
fair, she
deep
does
cut.
have a pretty shitty memory, so she could have honestly
Yeah.
not known who that person was.
Exactly.
I lied like 3 times today by accident, so he's very correct.
Yeah,
I have to go back and like retract things that I say all the time. Sorry. Yeah. Was
Dina.
this really random? Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
No, I was just gonna fill time because I saw a video today and I want to learn how to finger tut now.
I'm sorry, come again?
Go ahead.
finger
I want to learn how to finger tut. Do you know what that is?
Who's Tut?
No.
Is that a sex
Yeah,
thing?
who's Tut?
Stop it! Am I saying the word wrong? Do you guys know what finger tutting is?
This sounds
First
like a
time I
sex
heard of
thing.
it.
You really don't know?
Dustin, back me up here. This is a sex thing, right?
Probably.
No, it's where you dance with your fingers. Okay, I see.
Isn't that what you do for a living?
Like
No.
King Tut? Like, is
Wait,
it
do
even an
you-
Egyptian thing?
Do you want to get carpal tunnel quicker than you already are?
I already have carpal tunnel. It's
I feel
fine.
like there was like a video.
No, you guys
like,
really don't know.
like years back where it was like Peruvian hand dancing. It was like dun 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 dun, and then like they were like,
This is finger tutting.
Let's circle back to that.
Let me share my screen.
Okay, go ahead.
It's been like on my mind. Can you guys see?
Yes.
okay.
This is finger tutting.
Oh, okay.
So it's like Naruto ninja moves.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Naruto
Good talk,
ninja
guys.
moves. Not where I would have gone,
That's-
but okay.
Yeah, well that's what they have to do. They do
Yu-Gi-Oh!
like, exactly the same.
All right. Dina,
Okay.
what's the craziest lie, oh, here we go again, you've ever told to get out of a task or a commitment?
I pretended to be out of the state once. Like,
And just hope they didn't swing by your house?
yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And then you're like, turn off all the lights, everyone get on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened, and they heard me. So, yeah, that's
So
a
didn't
podcast
even, you lied
story.
and got caught. That's incredible.
Yeah,
Bless.
yeah.
Bless. Sink pickle.
God,
Sink
the
pickle
trauma.
bread.
Bless.
Bless.
Okay, Daniel.
Yep.
Oh, we got a theme for Daniel too. You've just pooped in a public restroom and you realize there's no toilet paper. What do you do?
That's my biggest fear.
So it depends on the situation, and it depends on the poop. But I feel like if I had to, you use the underwear, you throw the underwear away, and you just go.
That's a
bare
worst
balls.
case scenario,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
if you've got a particular loosey-goosey.
Yeah, and there's no other choice. Yeah,
Number 3, if you will.
number 3. If you will. Yeah, you use the underwear.
You better not number 3 in the bathroom, Daniel.
That's not for public restrooms.
That's not okay. That's bad touch. That's bad touch. if no one else is in there and it's like not busy, you know, you go look for some paper towels. It's gonna be a scratchy experience, but you save the underwear in that situation.
You can just spit on it a little bit and then it softens it.
I thought you were gonna say spit on my hand, and this was not where I wanted.
Wait a minute, hold on.
That
If you're already getting up to
Dr.
get,
Oz!
if you're already getting up to get a paper towel, why not just put it under the sink? Why are you spitting on it?
Okay, so I saw it on Dr. Oz where he said that you're supposed to spit
Not a
on
doctor?
all of your toilet paper. But is he not a doctor?
no, not a real
He's
one.
a
He's
TV
like,
doctor.
yeah,
he's like
a-
Dr. Phil.
yeah. Yeah, he believes in
Dr. Phil's
alternative
a real
medicine.
doctor?
Oh no, oh honey.
Is he not a licensed therapist?
Hold on. Now I want to know.
I don't know about Dr.
sure.
Phil, but I know that Dr. Oz for sure is alternative medicine. Like, he did not get his degree from a licensed medical school.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not a doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Oz is... I don't even know if he actually has a degree, but, I mean, if he does, this is like a DeVry situation. No offense to anyone who went to DeVry. A little offense.
Okay, well, Dr. Oz said to spit on your toilet paper so that it's like moist, so you're not just like scratching at your butthole.
Or just get, like, double-ply toilet paper and don't worry about it.
Or get dude wipes.
Or, not a sponsor.
Well, he did allegedly go to Harvard,
Who?
and he got an MD at Pennsylvania, University of Pennsylvania. So he is a medical doctor, apparently.
Dr. Oz?
So
And the medical
yeah,
doctor
sorry,
says
Dr.
to spit
Oz.
on your...
Sorry.
Okay, then he's way too smart to be spitting the alternative bullshit that he spits. So I'll just put that out there. Well,
All
we
right.
learned something today.
So we'll go around one more time. Dustin, are you ready?
Yes.
What is the most embarrassing TV show that you love to watch?
Oh God.
Do it, baby. Let's see.
Gossip Girl XOXO.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for the OC.
Oh!
I'm a big sucker for the OC. I have them
Alright,
all on
then.
DVD, and I usually watch them. I used to watch them about every year, like in November when the weather got really depressing around here, and I needed some teen angst in my life. And
Hell yeah.
now it's been a couple years since I watched the whole thing through, but
Okay.
that's solid. It still
No,
holds
that's
up.
a great
Maybe it's
answer.
about time to
a good
start it back at episode 1 again, baby.
There we go.
You know what I'm
Get
saying?
back in, yeah. What I want to go around here. I think I want to hear everyone's answer to this because I like this question.
Does that mean me?
Yeah, you're one of everyone, Dina.
Okay, most embarrassing TV show. The Winx Club from 4Kids TV.
Winx Club. Oh, that's like the fairy thing.
Wait a minute. This is something that you watch like present day? That you enjoy as an adult?
No judgment, Sean. Do not judge.
Remember when
know
she
the
said
whole
she
song.
didn't want to tell us why she cried earlier? Well, now we know why
Now
she's
we
crying
know
right
why
now.
she cried.
It was because Bloom found out that Sky was actually the prince, and it was yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, whatever.
This is my
Fuck you
favorite
guys.
answer ever. Well done, Dina.
It's a
Thank
great
you.
show.
No, that was
a great show.
That was perfect. That was perfection. Sean, what about you, bud? Kelly has to make you watch at least
I
something.
can't really. I'm not embarrassed by any of the stuff that I watch. Kelly, I
one-
mean, she watches her own stuff, and then we have stuff that we watch together.
So even if you're not embarrassed, and I applaud your.
What did she
your
just?
mud-
Hold on.
Did you hear her yelling?
What did she just hear? What did she just shout?
I don't know. Is it 911? What? What is she screaming about?
Executive producer Kelly is trying to call Sean out on his I didn't watch anything embarrassing.
Oh, she's in the chat. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Lone Star 911. That's what I thought. So 911 Lone Star.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not
that's
particularly
I know that one.
embarrassed about watching that. It's very
So
cheesy.
cheesy.
yeah.
It's extremely cheesy and over the top. And I honestly only started watching it because Kelly loves to watch 911 like the original, and this is like a spin-off. And
Yeah.
Rob Lowe is like the main character, and I love
Okay,
Rob Lowe.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, my answer for this, and it should be embarrassing, but like you said, man, I'm fucking all in. I love Below Deck, man. Below Deck is great. I hate reality TV shows, but Below Deck, I'm here for that life. I'll watch it every single time.
Like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
No. This is a reality show, so it's basically like
Below
people
Deck
on... Yep.
It's a Bravo reality show profiling a group of young people who work aboard yachts that measure well over 100 feet long. The crew members, known as yachties, live aboard the luxurious privately owned vessels while making sure their demanding clients' ever-changing needs are met.
It's just lots of crazy drama and people on yacht lives and everyone's, hooking up and then getting mad at each other. It's the lowest form of entertainment, but I fucking love it.
It's like the real world on a yacht.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kelly has watched that. She said.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. Kelly's got my back on this.
Not
All
as
right.
good as Winx Club, but all right.
So, Daniel,
All right.
tell us a secret no one knows about you. Or wait, Dina was next. Tell us a secret that no one knows about you.
I don't know.
I've got this one. Why don't we give her a different one because I've actually got one teed up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So, Dean, I'll take this bullet.
Okay.
I've had a teddy bear since birth. It now sits in my daughter's room, but listen, man, I slept with that thing like well into a time of my life where I probably shouldn't have still been sleeping with a teddy bear, but I love that damn thing. Name's Bear Bear.
He literally steals it from his daughter sometimes, so he can sleep better, like when there's a
100%.
thunderstorm.
Yep, exactly, Thunder Buddies. But no, Bear Bear, been with me forever, now in my daughter's room, but I would be, if my house burned down, I would be devastated if Bear Bear was damaged.
At least you have a
Okay,
daughter
I have
whose
one
room
for
you can
next
put it
time.
in.
Yeah, see, now I have an excuse.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not just...
Well, I still have my stuffed dog in my room.
Oh,
I don't sleep with it, but it's in my room.
there you go, Dustin, team stuffed animal, baby.
Named Gingerbread.
Oh, is it
Nice.
a corgi? Is it a stuffed corgi?
No, it's before I knew about corgis.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the only reason though.
All right, we'll round it out with Dina.
Okay.
What's a food that you love that everybody else hates? Don't say olives.
Olive Wars.
Anchovies?
I'm on board.
That's a good one. No one do you get it like on the pizza? Like, are you...
I've never ordered it on pizza because I'm always with people that don't want it. But like I have it in like my Caesar salad and I'll look for excuses to have it anytime.
That's a bold one, man.
So the dressing has anchovy in it already. Are you adding extra anchovy fillets to your...
Yeah, like
salad?
chunks of anchovy. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Dustin, would you roll anchovies, man? Because I don't know if I can roll anchovies.
I worked in pizza for 6.5 years, and I still have yet to actually try an anchovy. So
They're just
that needs to
salty.
happen.
They
That's
don't,
what
like-
I picture. I feel like I'd like them, but it's just the look.
It's just
I
like
think,
a
that really throws
burst
me.
of salty umami flavor.
When I like oysters, so it's like
Yeah, you're right on
You
board.
feel
think
like
so? The texture
similar-ish.
is a little odd. It's like they're kind of hairy.
So does anyone want to
Yeah.
put an anchovy on a hot dog?
I'd try
Oh
it.
my god.
We're not going to capture lightning in a bottle with that on a hot dog thing again, okay?
I also feel like
Try
anchovies is
something
harder
else.
to get than, just going to the store and getting some olives.
No, they got them at the store,
No.
buddy.
Really?
Yep, they're
Yeah.
little cans,
Yeah.
like sardines.
Right there next to tuna.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to give this a shot. But you know what? We need a palate cleanser, Dustin. And there's only one way we can get that palate cleanser.
Poor dog.
Get the corgi! Get Eggo!
This poor dog, man.
There's Eggo!
There he is. There's the
Eggo!
Hi, Eggo.
He's so cute.
Oh my god, Eggo, can
I don't
you
know
hand
why
dance?
I like this dog so much.
Eggo, can you hand dance for us?
It's called finger tutting.
Finger tut for us, Eggo. Finger tut! Yes, look at that. He's like, dude, what are we doing? Look at his face.
Eggo's like, you know what? I don't care what we're doing. I get a treat every time this happens, so I'm good with it.
This is the best
I get
day
treats and
ever.
rubs. Yes.
Perfect. Well, don't worry, folks. If you love Eggo, I have a feeling we'll see him again soon. But before we do, we here at the Don't Make It Weird podcast are all about storytelling. And as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So without further ado,
It's story time with Dustin.
So a few years ago, about 10 years ago, my buddy and I decided to drive down to San Francisco to go to Oregon Ducks Stanford football game in Palo Alto.
Hey, that's our backyard, baby.
It's a friggin' nice drive. We went down 101. We left town around midnight. Stopped at a casino on the way and lost a few bucks. Fortunately, not the whole spend for the weekend. And got down to San Francisco at like noon or something like that, and took a nap at his buddy's place where we were staying. Then we went to the guy's gym, played some basketball for a little bit, went to get some food, and we were going to go out somewhere that night. We didn't know where. And so when we're getting pizza at this little joint, we run into some other Duck fans that were down there, and we were all wearing Duck t-shirts. So obviously conversation starts, and they said they were with a big group of alumni who were down there, and they'd rented out this bar down on Lombard and invited us to come down there. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So we finished the pizza, go back to the place, shower, get ready to go, and headed down and had dinner at this Thai restaurant that was really good. Was that North Beach? Is that the name of the place down there?
That is an area in the city, yes.
North Beach, okay, yeah. And so then we stopped at this little corner liquor store.
Hey!
So we missed that on that trip. And so we stopped at this little corner liquor store and got a little bottle of gin. I think it was like Gordon's. It was really shitty. And just kind of drank in the cab on the way down to the bar. And we get to the bar and it was cool. Same. It was the best. It was the best time. And just full of Duck fans, no one else that you needed to worry about. And it was just a really good time. And we all drank some more, got out on the dance floor, and we
Did
found
you
love.
finger tut?
I might have, but I didn't know that's what it was then.
Yeah. Just finger banging. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
No. So We Found Love by Rihanna starts pumping on the on the system. And we're just dancing and having a good time, and it was just had the funnest night. And so that night when I'm sleeping, I had these crazy dreams. Like, it was a very restless sleep, and it's like I was back in that bar. I was dancing with some girl, and then some guy comes along and shoves me. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or what the deal was. And I punched the guy.
Oh, shit.
And apparently...
It's a dream, Daniel.
Still.
And scary dream. And him and his buddies come back and pin me on the ground and throw a few more punches, or like hold me down on the ground. Next thing I know, I'm outside in front of this bar.
So
right?
real quick though, because I don't know if this is just me, but anytime I've ever thrown a punch in my dreams, like I don't know if it's just my fucked up subconscious, but it just lands like a pillow. Like if I hit someone, like if I punch someone in my dream, like I get the zero reaction, like the no cell. Like does that happen to you, or did your? That's
kind of what it seemed like. Yeah. It didn't seem to faze him.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
And so next thing I know, I'm out on Lombard in front of this bar, and I'm like, I got to get out of here. And I'm like walking down Lombard. Pretty soon my buddies call me that had been with me during the day and trying to find out where I'm at. And I basically yell into the phone. I was like, you guys live a good life. Go be happy. Be safe. Love you. And then I hung up and I threw my phone across Lombard.
Oh, no.
And I just walked angrily down Lombard, pissed off at those guys, scared, whatever. And I'm walking down into traffic, jump up on the hood of this car and just yell. And then I decided for whatever reason to go to the Presidio, because I remembered my buddy talking about the yoga statue there, the Yoda statue.
Yeah.
And I go in there, and at some point, like, flash forward, I'm laying on the ground with my shirt off, just screaming at the sky.
Same.
Yoda will do that to you.
Yep. Felt the force.
Force was strong. And next thing I know, I'm several blocks away, and I'm walking back towards where we were. Like, fortunately, we were staying at a place on Taylor Street, so it was really easy for me to remember, apparently. And I'm walking towards it, kind of just stumbling along in my daze. And these cops, lights flash, and I was like, oh, shit. And they're sitting there. One of them lights up a cigarette, and they're asking me where I'm trying to go. And I told them I didn't know the address, but it's on Taylor Street. And I'm like, well, just get there. Okay. I'm like, just go that way. It's that way. A few blocks, go.
It's kind of a dick that they didn't like offer to give you a ride. They're just like, listen, bro, just fucking walk, all right?
Well, they said it wasn't far, and so I kept going, and they said just turn down that way, or keep going straight that way. And so I walk, I look behind me, and I bolt around the corner as soon as they're not looking.
Same.
Pretty soon, lights are flashing behind me again. And so they've come back, they're like, you're going to go to the drunk tank unless you go straight back to where you're staying. And I go to start walking, they're like, no. They held a cab, they told them where to go. And I remembered vaguely across the street. Tell me where to go and get in the cab. Cab drops me off like a block away. And I start going up the street. You know, in San Francisco, how all those houses, they've got the like stoops.
Yep.
Like it's kind of inset little doorways.
Very narrow houses, yeah.
Yeah. And I kept going in these little stoops and hiding, peeking around the corner. At one point, I was air sniping some people standing on the corner down the way.
Same.
Christ, Dustin. What did Yoda do to you, man?
You've been threatened by police twice, and your next course of action is to pretend like you're shooting people.
It seemed logical. Maybe I just wanted somewhere to stay and I didn't know exactly where I was going. I don't know.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I'm doing that. And all of a sudden, this really short, plump little lady with the happiest face peeks around the corner and asks if I'm okay.
That's my new mom now.
Yeah.
She was very helpful. I told her where I was trying to go. She's like, you're a block away. Come with me. And she like takes my arm.
Yeah.
Like walking down the street and whatever. And pretty sure she thought I was just crazy. And we get around the corner, and pretty soon I think I recognize this house. And we knock, and the buddy we were staying with shows up in the doorway.
Oh, thank God.
So when I woke up in the morning, I had the worst headache. I leaned off the couch to grab my phone. My phone wasn't there. And I sat there. I was like, fuck.
Did you get pickpocketed
And I go into
by
the
sweet old
bathroom.
lady?
No. He yeeted
No,
that
he threw
phone.
it, remember?
Yeah, he yeeted that phone.
Yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't
see,
a dream.
I thought that was the dream.
Yep.
No.
I go into the
No.
bathroom and look in the face, and I've got cuts here
Jesus.
and here. And it was swollen and puffy and red. And yeah, so that day, my buddy and I walked around San Francisco trying to find my phone.
Yep.
Found my jacket and my shirt. I had a t-shirt on and a button up over it. Found it at the bar. It was still, or the shirt was gone, but the bar still had my jacket. I still have that jacket to this day, actually.
The lucky jacket.
But couldn't find the phone. Didn't have Find My Friends turned on or Find My iPhone turned on. So.
Attaboy, Dustin. Listen.
So
Go back to the
in
Presidio.
movies-
What?
Go ahead, Tina.
Oh, like in movies when they like wake up and it's like it was all a dream. This is the opposite of that.
You wake up and it was all real.
It
next
felt
day-
so real through the night. It was just like these sporadic flashes of what was happening. And when I heard it from my buddy, he's like, yeah, we looked around and we see this commotion over in the corner or whatever. And then we look over and you just like hop up out of nowhere and run out of the bar.
I mean, like, here's my favorite part, though, is that, Dustin, I can tell you go to the Dina School of Storytelling because that started as a very innocuous story. Like that did not sound like this was going to be the joyride. It's like, hey, man, I just lost my phone in San Francisco one time.
I was inspired by the Dina story titles to give Sean that little blurb.
That was perfect.
Happy to be of service.
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
So, Dustin, are you ready? Are you prepared? Do you have
Prayers I will be.
Do you have tissues ready?
They're
Perhaps
right there.
a handkerchief. Oh my God! Does he actually have tissues?
For multiple reasons.
Are those sad
number
tissues or
3.
happy tissues?
Yes, he's got. You're our first guest to have the tissues ready because
You
Dustin,
say
it's
that every
time.
time to people who have tissues ready.
Got the handkerchief too.
Oh my God!
Be safe.
Handkerchief. No one else said a handkerchief, Sean.
Neckerchief?
Handkerchief.
That's in my scout box at my mom's house,
Oh,
probably.
Hey, shout out, Boy Scouts.
2 for
baby.
3.
Let's
2
go.
for
Boy
3.
Scouts.
So Sean, I'd like an apology for real quick because he was unique.
Have we told the audience that you were over an hour late to this recording session yet?
And yeah, no, you don't have to apologize. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so Dustin, we're gonna peel back the layers of the potato. It's time for the hard-hitting, deeply emotional questions with Dinosaurus.
Bring it on.
Okay. wait. I forgot during the story. Duck. Okay.
There we go.
I've been holding that.
I remember those things.
You've been holding that?
Okay.
Hey, Sean, can you
Yeah.
just clip that for me, please?
Yeah, it's going in the clip bank.
Daniel, you weren't here for this.
Yeah.
You weren't here for this, but I was trying to pick beers for you guys specifically
On
for
theme.
tonight. Dina had the Eclipsosaurus from Ninkasi.
Oh!
And I was trying to find, Freem makes a dank beer. And apparently, I tried to find it, but apparently it's
pronounced
seasonal.
Donk.
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 It's their French. So you get a nug hug instead.
A nug hug! Hey! I'll take
Shout out
that.
Shannon.
Shout out Shannon. And Pickle be praised.
All right, Dustin. Focus. Okay. What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing?
Ooh, I love this one.
Trick me into doing or believing.
Watching our show.
Gotcha.
Busted.
Busted.
I'm gonna feel like an idiot. This has come up a lot lately, actually. I mean, I don't feel stupid completely, except for the fact because I was a kid when I was forced to realize it or to believe it. But the light in the car while you're driving.
Yeah.
Until recently, I
Okay.
didn't. Until all these people are talking about, I didn't know that was actually not illegal. I'm still very quick if I'm driving at night and I need to find something. I'm so quick about it.
Yeah. Just get that thing in and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Did we release that episode yet?
I feel like might have come up on here. That's
Yeah,
why I'm trying to think of
Amber's.
something
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, it was Amber.
That was
Yeah,
Amber's, yeah.
My
That's
mom
right.
actually yelled at me because she's like, I never told you that it was illegal. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay.
That's
Every
gaslighting.
parent
That's
did that.
gaslighting, Diane.
Yeah. Shame on you. If Eggo was a potato, what kind of potato would he be?
Way to twist it.
She's not going to let you prepare for these questions.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
prepared too. I think I can still do it. He would be a gnocchi because he's a little fat dumpling.
Hey, I
Is
like
that
that.
a potato?
Gnocchi is
Yes,
basically
gnocchi
pasta
is
plus
potato.
potato. It's a potato dumpling.
That's the most adorable
I never
answer
knew
of
that. I
all
thought it
time.
was cheese.
Oh, honey.
I thought it was cheese.
Oh,
Oops.
Dina.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
It tastes so good. It had to be cheese.
It had to be cheese.
Or potato.
Okay. What is the best or worst thing that you have ever purchased?
Oh God, I bought some stupid shit. It's the best in the grand scheme. It's the worst, but it's truly the best. My Force FX lightsaber. When I was like 21 and finally had enough of my own money to buy one, I'm like, okay, $130, let's do it.
Fuck yes.
So,
Sean is so happy
They-
right now. Look at Sean.
do you want me to get it?
I own
Yeah.
several.
Do you want me to get it, Sean?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, go
get
get
that.
it.
I want to know. I want to know whose lightsaber you have.
I
Just got the lights off.
Oh, lights are
Okay,
off
so
for
it's
it.
blue. It's blue.
Yes.
It's
That's
Obi-Wan.
Oh
Obi-Wan.
yeah. That's Obi. That's Obi.
We got Obi-Wan's. I wanted the green Luke saber so bad, but they were out when I was finally buying.
The blue one's
Obi-Wan's episode 3 is the next best thing.
Good, though. Yep.
Wait, is it? Oh, episode. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no,
Is
don't
it
worry. We're
coming
all
out?
excited about the TV show Obi-Wan getting released. So. you
So
know.
stoked for that.
Oh my God. Yes.
There's a TV show coming out?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
My heart.
We've been dying to
I
have
don't-
Ewan McGregor reprise this
Back
role.
as
and it's-
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Seriously.
Yes.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Damn it, that's how I was going to come on today. Shit. Damn it.
Hey, listen, we'll just smash cut it in.
I was ready for it when we were set for 6, but then, you know.
Yeah. Then
You
Daniel
know what?
fucked
Things
up.
happened
You know,
and
Daniel had to do
ruined everything.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
What is the superior form of potato?
Gnocchi.
Okay.
That's why I answered it that way. I thought
That's
you were substituting.
why-
It's
I
gnocchi.
wasn't trying to set you up for that. I wanted 2 questions.
No, but hey,
Yeah.
I need you to come in hot
absolutely
here, Dustin.
gnocchi.
I need you to tell the folks why gnocchi is better than everything else, better than the tots, better than everything. Come in
I
hot
also thought it
here.
was gnocchi.
Because
Good gnocchi.
pasta is one of the best foods in the world in any form, and gnocchi is basically pasta with potato. And it
Or
goes
cheese,
good with
depending on
4
who you
cheese
ask.
sauce. It goes good with marinara. It goes good with pesto. It goes good with sage brown butter sauce. That's how I usually do it. But it's fantastic. It's the first meal I had in Italy when I went there the first time, and
Listen,
it's never been better.
It's been hold on. I'm gonna do this for you because it was mentioned quite a bit in your novel Catalyst. Available now on Amazon and anywhere where books are sold. And it made me really, really hungry. So we're gonna get a gnocchi account here of how many times this was mentioned. How do I spell this really quick?
GNO
GNO.
CCHI.
There, that's what I was missing. The H. All right. We have
426 times. Jesus, Dustin.
More times than fucking Scarface. What?
I've got 11.
Oh
I've
my
got
God.
11 mentions, but I think it's also referred to without name multiple times too. So we got at least 11
is.
mentions of it in your novel.
It was at least 3 times that you specifically said that it's the most superior form of potato. And we just thought it was such a weird coincidence.
How'd that happen? Oh, no, that's perfect.
Michael Wise said gnocchi is the superior form of potato.
All right. Dina, you got any more questions for my guy?
No, I always end with potato.
Perfect. All right. So, Dustin,
Quack, quack.
ducks fly together. No one?
Yeah, Mighty Ducks. Yeah, dude.
I just need someone to quack for me, really?
Why are we talking?
Emilio, the mighty duck
Why are
man, I
we
swear to
talking
God.
about butterflies?
All right, so guys, we're gonna switch over to our topics because, like I said earlier, we've got Dustin here and his book Catalyst. It's a literary fiction available now on Amazon. And buddy, before we get started, I have to know because there was even some little shout out mentions in the beginning of the book. How much Anthony Bourdain were you watching / reading when you wrote this book?
Watched a lot in the later years. That's when I really kind of started watching him because I started this when I was 22.
Yeah.
But definitely just when I went to Europe, anytime I wasn't there, I find myself drawn to that type of show or movie. I mean, no matter how shitty it is, Euro Trip, if there's nothing better, like anything that makes me just kind of reminds me of Europe, I love to watch. So putting Bourdain on just whatever episodes of No Reservations or The Layover was one of my favorites.
And so for the folks at home, his book Catalyst, it's a story, just kind of broad overview. It's a, character Michael Wise that, is kind of lost, stuck in a rut, and, gets out of his life, goes and travels and has kind of a life-changing experience out in Europe. And, there's a lot of food, a lot of drinks, a lot of amazingly described stuff. And so, it made me want to travel, made me want to eat, made me want to drink, and made me wistful, buddy.
That was the hope coming out of it. So I'm glad it did.
So you spent a lot of time dealing in the trenches with these really, really heavy and deep emotions and the, ups and downs and ebbs and flows and shit like that. Did that have any impact on you while you were writing it, or how did that affect you? You're muted, buddy.
There we go. Sorry, I was choking earlier and I thought I unmuted. No, it definitely... I found it cathartic to put a lot of it down when I was feeling really down in the dumps. That's when a lot of it began. But then, it was a 10-year process writing to publishing it. And I found that I wasn't writing as much when I was happy in life. And so I had to start putting myself back in that spot, like mentally, when I'd sit down and try to write and focus on one of the darker parts of the book. So that was a little difficult. So I did find that I specifically worked on those parts if that's how I was feeling in real life, because I got the most real emotion on the page, I think, versus, the time where he's feeling better when he's in Italy and afterward when he's on the upswing. It was a lot easier to write that when I had kind of positive things going in my life. So I think writing it didn't really bring me down, but it was definitely difficult to write the mood when it's changed so much over a decade.
Yeah. And that's something that I think is a really interesting touch point here, is that I think that mental health and trying to do some of these self-care things is something that's a very important theme in this book, and how we deal with it and kind of get ourselves out of it. Because Michael's a character that, from the surface, it's like he's a guy that has friends, he has things going for him. You know, even though he's super oblivious to it, I mean, he's got, everywhere he goes, girls are kind of giving him a little bit of a look, and he's just like, yeah, but no one wants to talk to me. It's fine.
Right, like, you know that he's cute, but like he doesn't know that he's cute.
Yes, exactly. And so, like, how was the themes of dealing with mental health, dealing with mental trauma, and kind of trying to find ways to take care of yourself kind of incorporated into your story?
I think, well, one thing I got out of it was it helped me realize, you know, a lot of it from the outside, you know, reading Michael Wise, a lot of it just sounds like petty early 20s bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's stuff we all deal with in one form or another. And he did what he thought he needed to do, whether that was drinking a little bit, although a lot of the times too, you look at the drinking and it's the atmosphere, right? You know, when he's in Italy, he's having a good time, whatever. It's not just, well, I'm just drinking because I'm sad. You know, he does the drive up the river. You know, that's something from my life that has been very beneficial every year. It just kind of fits with the changing of the season. You're getting out of the warmth of the summer. So finding those little things, I definitely incorporate. I mean, it's no secret that a lot of the book is based on my real life. Not all of it by any means, but the mood and some of the small events are. And so I tried to incorporate those things into Michael, where he was just seeking anything that kind of brought a little more happiness, even in just a moment, which, you know, thinking about buying a ticket late at night, you know, that actually happened to me for that trip. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I had just gotten a student aid like refund check for the term at school. Yep. And I'd been jonesing to get back to Italy. I went right after high school. I'm like looking at flights. I'm like, it was like $840 before taxes to go round trip to Rome, straight out of PDX to Rome. And I was like, shit, let's do it. And I mean, I got a book out of it. I got one of the best experiences, one of the most impressive experiences in multiple interviews that I've had that's come up as kind of an answer, you know, when I went out of my comfort zone. And I learned a lot about myself when I did that. So, you know, finding those little things you can do that grab at you. It reminded me, writing it in there, to do it in my real life just as much, I think.
Love it.
Hope that answered your question.
That was perfect. I mean, I think that's great.
No, that's good. Yeah. So you said that it took you know, like a decade to finish writing this book and complete it and everything. You really drove home the scenery and everything, like imagery and everything seemed to be really, really important to you. Did that take extra care? Did it take, you know, did you have to go back years later and go, no, I need to make this more vivid? Like, what was the process behind all that?
Absolutely. So I went over there I'd already started taking notes for a book. And I realized I was like, I kind of want to try to make a book or out of whatever my trip turns out to be. And so I ended up not writing as much down as I wanted to while I was in Italy on my solo trip. And I came back really bummed about it. I got enough, and there was enough in memory and in pictures. But to be really honest, I did a lot of Google Street View to just remember like how to get from the hostel to Sorrento or somewhere in Rome. You know, I had to remind myself because it had been so long as I was tightening it up over the years. And, you know, I would realize, you know, I'd like, well, I remember what it looked like, but do I remember what it smelled or sounded like? Yeah. And so that's where a lot of the fine tuning had to come back in and just clean it up and try to make a multi-sensory experience throughout it instead of, well, we know what it looked like, but that's it. You know, you're not hearing about the bread baking. You're not hearing about the bells ringing on the air. Yeah. It's just, well, there's cobblestones. So that took a lot of cleanup, and I actually felt really guilty about the fact that I spent so much time using Google Street View. I feel like I'm cheating, you know, even though I've been there. But then I saw, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Hugh Howey. He's a sci-fi author.
Yes. Wool.
Made a big self-publishing. Wool, yeah. Incidentally, I have a signed copy of that on my desk.
Hey. No big deal. All right.
Sure.
Cool. But he said something, I think he tweeted one day about how, or it was in a podcast, he talked about that he still does that. And it's a very valid form. It's like, okay, I could have come to that on my own, but it was nice having external validation for the fact that I spent so much time doing that. And people that read it couldn't tell. Like they felt like I'd still been there. So that helped.
Absolutely. No, I mean, it use the technology or things, anything that makes it feel more authentic. I think there's nothing wrong with that. So I've got one more question, and then I want to dive into a little reading from your book. But you touched on something I thought that was really interesting, which was you got out of your comfort zone and you learned a lot about yourself while you were there. And I think that's something that we see with Michael that I thought was really interesting, because for a lot of the book, it's him getting dragged along by other people. It's other people, you know, his friends saying, let's go to the movies, let's go out to drinks. You know, even when he meets those first roommates, that when he first gets to Italy, it's them taking him along. And it takes a long time for him to kind of stand up and say, I want to do this. I want you to be here with me, you know, to make that kind of stop being dragged along and kind of be assertive moment for him. Mm-hmm. And how, I guess I want to touch about your self-discovery and how you incorporated that into Michael's character.
So you've seen the movie Yes Man?
Yes.
I hope. That, I mean, that was after, I think, no, I'd seen that before, but I just got to that point. Like I intentionally chose, when I went over there, I intentionally chose a multi-room dorm, or a multi-bed dorm room instead of a private room, because I'm like, I'm going by myself. I know I don't talk to people. I'm not the guy. I'm still not the guy who goes up to random people and strikes up a conversation, whether it's in a bar, or, you know, just at a,
those people are weird. Anyway.
That's me.
It's odd. I feel awkward when they come up to me.
Yeah, that's me.
Yet I'm still envious of the people who can do it. They just don't do it.
Yeah. But I still claim that they're weirdos just to make myself feel better.
I'm a weirdo. No, that's fair.
Go. And so, you know, I know I'm not going to be out doing that. I also know, like, I found out very quickly, it's so annoying to have to try to take pictures of yourself when you want your picture. So you have to ask people to take a picture. But booking that room with multiple people, I'm like, that's the best thing. And I truly did meet a couple girls there. I've stayed in touch with them on and off over the years too. And they invited me to dinner with their friends. And I was like, what else am I doing? Like, I'm not going to say no. I mean, worst case scenario, I balance it after some wine or something, but it was one of the best nights of my life. And I'm glad I did it. And I mean, honestly, writing that and going over that book for 10 years has just kind of pounded that idea into my head. Just be more open to random shit like that. Especially being alone. I love traveling alone. I absolutely love it. But it's nice to have the connection, have a human connection. And you're not going to do that by just like, oh no, I'm okay.
Fair enough. Well, all right. So Dustin, it's time. We've teased the audience a little bit. You got a little passage booked for us here, buddy?
I do. I got a little bookmark in there.
You don't dog ear, right?
What?
Wait, what's the weirdest thing you've ever used as a bookmark?
There's literally nothing else. Well, one, I'm going to do a hot take in a quick second, if that's okay. But I've used a condom, like in wrapper. I've used a condom as a bookmark before.
Damn it. Damn it. It was about to get so fucking weird.
Used condom as a bookmark. That's a really cute 3 doors open for.
No,
Heard it out.
Until writer Twitter, I dog ear. unless it's a hardback. I would always by default, like a hardback, I would use a bookmark, but I dog-eared paperbacks because, and here's my reasoning, if it's me, I love seeing my book in someone's hands well-worn. Like whether the pages are flipped back, whether the ears are dog-eared, it's like, that means they read it anywhere and they didn't give a shit in my head. But since I found out that basically makes me just Satan in these parts, everybody I'm reading, I'm using a bookmark. Like from writer Twitter, I'm using bookmarks.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Hold on.
So, Sean, are we out of time? Oh my gosh, are we out? Oh, I'm so sorry. Dustin, thank you for joining us.
No, wait, go back. So it's the first time I've ever had my words out there. And now I'm wondering if I would be okay if somebody dog-eared a book that my words were in.
Yeah.
Because
I would rather you dog-ear mine.
Like, it sounds really fucking cool because he's right. Like, it's well-worn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh no! Oh no!
Because you can tell you can absolutely tell the books that I've read over and over again because the corners are bent, it's all bent here. It's hard to keep them shut, and there's multiple pages that have creases in them.
It's a well-loved
he's
book.
right.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking
All right,
Dina. He's right.
Before we move on to the reading, though, Dustin, we're overdue for another corgi break.
Corgi break.
Corgi break.
I'm gonna make
Dustin,
this one easy on him. Hang on.
Dog.
Oh, we're going on a journey.
Hey, Bucko. Hello.
Oh, look at that butt.
Corgi
Look at that
Hi,
corgi
little
butt.
corgi butt. We got a corgi butt.
Look at him. He looked back. Eggo looked back like he's like, yeah, I know I'm pretty.
He looked back at it. He was like, "What's up?"
Oh, no, he's jumping up. This is
He knows what he's got.
He knows what he's working with. Yeah.
There's my messy apartment. Enjoy that. High five, buddy.
Oh my God.
I love
The Kleenexes fell.
Oh my God.
Scared him.
That's right. You don't
Sorry,
need
bud.
those
Here you
anymore.
go. Good job.
Yeah, you passed the
job.
emotional part.
There's
No
like
more
4
number
treats
threes.
for scaring you. No more numbers.
Tell
I really
come
thought that
Papa
I was
Zappa.
clever. I thought I was clever in making that up for number 3.
Oh, honey.
I didn't think about nasty boys and the nasty bodily functions. It's the gross.
Yeah. Okay, but how is that more
Yeah,
nasty
gross.
than your version of a number 3?
Well,
Yes. Okay, ask yourself this.
I'm going down a mind rabbit hole that I don't
Dina,
like.
just think of it like it's, pollen from a flower.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Dina, ask yourself this.
It's getting worse.
Would you rather have the traditional number 3 on your stomach or your number 3 on your stomach?
Jesus
And that's the
Christ.
rabbit hole. That's the rabbit hole that I was going down. But no. So it didn't go that far because I was like, well, one is really gross and it like gets on me and I don't like that. One doesn't ever touch me. So
Yeah, so which
That's
one
okay.
is worse? That's your answer.
We're still unclear about which is which in that situation.
no.
Dina was intentionally vague.
Oh, fuck.
Human feces should never touch anything other than the toilet bowl. And like maybe like your ass cheeks as it comes out if there's an explosion.
Tell that to Cleveland.
Shout out Cleveland. Yep.
Shout out.
Oh my god. No.
Okay, a reading from Dustin's book, Catalyst.
Ready. Let's do the thing.
God damn it, Dina.
We good?
Yep, sorry. We're professional. We're ready.
No, I couldn't remember if there was an intro. All right. Jack Porter lay cold and lifeless in a rich walnut casket lined with white satin. Candles flickered around him, but the warmth I had once known no longer filled his face. His soft features had tightened, and the rosy cheer had been replaced with sallow severity. It was nearly unrecognizable, and it left an uneasy feeling in my stomach. I reached into my inside pocket and pulled out a black and white photo of a younger Jack and his wife, sliding it gently beneath his clasped hands. Say hi to Marcy for me. I took a step back and broadened my focus to take in the main altar of the church. The mass of black marble columns and white marble sculptures topped with a golden cross cast an eerie shadow over an already dark day. With one last look at Jack, I turned to leave. It was a small funeral, mostly made up of families sitting in the front row of pews. His 2 daughters wore black dresses with black veils over their faces, and their husbands wore black suits with white shirts and black neckties. I nodded solemnly at them to say, "Thank you for inviting me." They nodded back, trying to smile, appreciation peeking out of tear-soaked eyes. Beyond Jack's family sat a scattering of several other guests. He lived a more isolated life in his later years and had few close friends then. Those he had early on were either dead or couldn't make the trip. My footfalls echoed in the high vaulted ceiling as I made my way down the center aisle toward the entrance, but my feet didn't seem to be making the sounds. I knew I was moving, but I felt no sensation when my feet touched the stone floor. Glancing from side to side, I observed those who had come to pay their respects. Some prayed, some cried, some comforted those who cried. The rest sat with a glazed-over expression that was either due to a slow realization or because they handled funerals that way. I saw a couple of familiar faces, but when our eyes connected and I opened my mouth to speak, no words would come out. I reached the entrance to the church and looked back at Jack's casket one last time. Silence had closed around me so that I heard nothing but my own heartbeat. Then I took a deep breath, turned up the collar of my wool overcoat, and stepped out into the icy air. A few yards from the church, I sat on the cold steps next to a frozen fountain and pulled my flask from my inside pocket. Tipping it back, I let the whiskey warm my body all the way through. It's colder than a well-digger's ass out here, I muttered to myself as I pulled my coat tighter around me and began the frigid walk back to my hotel.
Yes. I love the one-liners. Yep.
I drank already. I'll drink again. It's fine.
3
All right,
for
so
the FEET mentioned.
Oh,
mentioned
shit.
in the
Think of that.
yes, sir.
Way to go, Jack.
Jackass. All right, so Dustin, me and Dean are going to ask you each one more question about your book, and then we're going to get into Dina's favorite topic that she's absolutely prepared for, which is off-the-wall questions. Dina, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. I would totally love to go first. Actually, Daniel, I just feel like since you were fucking over an hour late today, you should go first.
You are correct. Thank you for acknowledging my presence, Dina. I appreciate that.
Very
So,
welcome. Yeah. Wait, do you guys hear like that screeching, whining noise again?
It keeps coming
Is
and
it just my
going. I don't know.
headphones? Yeah, it's really
Yeah, it's
annoying.
really, it's groveling. It's fine. So, all right. So, Dustin, I guess I want to talk about your journey because the 10 years thing is something that I can absolutely relate to. And I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with is that you get an idea, you start writing it, you write multiple drafts, you think it's good, then you think it sucks, and then you wait forever, and then it just... How many times, like, talk us through that 10-year process. How many times did you shelve it, keep on going? Like, what was this for you to get to this final stage?
I can say I never truly shelved it. So, it began with just a bunch of notes after a tough breakup. I just started making notes of kind of how I was feeling and whatever. Eventually, I'm like, okay, I think there's a cohesive idea for an actual book here. And I was having beers with a friend one night. Actually, I referred to her in the acknowledgments, and we were sitting there drinking Sierra Nevada beer. And I was telling her about this idea, and she's like, why don't you just write it then? And that truly was the catalyst for Catalyst.
Hey.
Available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
For the people who pushed me to start, the people who kicked me in the ass to keep going, and the people who were there when I finished. Is that who you're referring to?
No, it's at the end, but a lot
end.
of people are in that one. Yeah. Sherlyn, I think it's the second one, maybe.
It was a good try, though.
That was good. I liked it.
Thank you.
But so, it started as that, and then I started writing from the very beginning of it. And then one year, about 3 years in, I think it was, maybe 2, I tried NaNoWriMo and started from the beginning on something else. Which
is that how you pronounce that?
NaNoWriMo? Mm-hmm.
What is... Oh.
National Novel Writing Month?
I've never heard it said out loud before.
Oh, really? I'm assuming. I can't think of any other way. But so that was the best attempt I'd ever made. Still to this day, I got about 13,000 words. But it started with my favorite pasta looks like testicles. And so what ended up happening, I started writing. I was working on 2 different books at 2 different times. I'm like, the themes are the same. The characters the same. Smush. So I put it all together, decided it's one book.
Like testicles. Smush them.
Please don't.
No. No. Time out. Oh, no. Don't ever do that, please.
No.
3-1. Do not do that. Right?
Keep going.
Oh, God. Tim, we're sorry.
So sorry.
And so I started writing from 2 different parts, and that became the most difficult part and why it even took longer. Throughout the 10 years, I'd had 2 different places I was writing from, depending what mood I was in. And then it turned into 3 different places throughout the book I was writing from to tie it all together. So aside from there was a big subplot that I took out completely. There was another one that I changed quite a bit. There's one I moved. But aside from all that, I had 3 different pieces that never quite tied together. So the last 3 years of writing, that's what I was mostly focused on, was actually gluing the 3 pieces together, even though they were all the same story. And then I finished the first draft finally on April 28th, 2019. And then spent the next year and a half editing the shit out of it and having a couple buddies edit it and published it on my 2020? 32nd birthday, 31st birthday. And never looked back. I'm glad to be done with it, but I was really grateful I actually liked it the whole time because I never got tired of it. I also quit focusing on writing anything else during that time, which is what really irritated me. But now I've got all the time in the world for that. So
I feel that one.
I just have a question that was frustrating for me as a reader, because why would you literally, we touched on it earlier, your main character was clearly just like this attractive guy that women liked and were constantly flirting with him, but he never fucking saw it, and it drove me crazy because he did not see it in himself, and I wanted him to see it in himself, and I just want to know why you wanted to hurt me and him so badly.
This is a fair and valid question.
I feel like if I say the actual answer, it sounds overconfident, but it's like you write what you know. Like, I'm not saying, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, buddy. I'm with you, buddy.
I know exactly.
I've always
what you
been
mean,
harder on myself than other people have been. Let's put it that way.
Same.
If that makes sense.
Fair enough.
And I mean, that as a writer too. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? Be harder on ourselves than anyone will ever want us to be or be to us. But I mean, it was self-esteem stuff. It was lack of confidence that was never there. It's why you didn't go up and just be able to talk to people out of nowhere other than, can you take my picture? You know?
Do you wanna take
Pretty sure that's what I sounded like the first time I did it too.
It was relatable though. Like, it was relatable, and it did make me kind of stop and think, like, do I talk to myself the way that this character talks to themselves?
That positive self-talk.
It did make me
part of mental health.
I was like, he's clearly cute. Like, clearly women are interested, and he wasn't seeing it, and because of all of the negative self-talk, and I was like, do I do that to myself? So
yeah, that's very good.
I mean, if it made you think, that's what I was hoping for.
Yep.
All right, so now it's time for our favorite segment, the off-the-wall questions that Dina is absolutely prepared for and ready. Let's do this, Dina. You got
Face
this.
says she's not.
Am I going first?
Yeah, no, this isn't the bit, though. You are actually going first. Nice try.
No, but I went first last
but you
time.
always go first during off-the-wall questions, Dina. You have to be put on the spot, and you know how much I love it when you're uncomfortable.
Okay. I'm ready. No, that's a really stupid question. Fuck. I hate myself for this. Okay. Your main character's love interest is replaced with the Cookie Monster. How does it turn out?
No, Emily.
Which love interest? Oh, okay.
Like the one that he ends up with.
Oh.
Lots of crumbs in the bed.
They don't work out because every time he brings cookies home, he never gets any. Cookies or getting cookie or the cookie.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. That seems like it'd be traumatic. Dustin, you know I love you, right?
Fuck you, Daniel.
Yeah.
You know I love you, right?
I think you love Eggo more, but I can't tell, and you covered your ass.
Don't do a fuck, marry, kill.
I'm not. My question's much more simple, and I just want to make sure that Dustin knows I love him ahead of time. Sean, don't give me that. Dustin, have you ever been told that you look like young Rick Astley? And if so, how does that make you feel?
Who's Rick Astley?
Dina.
I hope we're all together forever.
Are you no stranger to
Rickroll, Dina. Rickroll. Never gonna
doesn't look like him at all.
I have the pictures side by side right now. He absolutely.
I have not gotten that one.
With the hair.
I haven't gotten that one. I've gotten Seth.
Dustin is way more handsome than this guy. This guy's ugly.
Rick Astley is not ugly.
Do not compare him to
Rick
that.
Astley is not ugly. Thank you very much.
I am personally offended.
Rick Astley's a good-looking man.
Dina, I'm never going to give you up. I really hope I never let you down.
Wait, I can do
never going to fool around.
Or hurt you.
Hold on. I think Dina's probably looking at like a modern day picture of Rick Astley.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
No, I'm not.
That's it. I've wanted to dress up as that for Halloween so many times.
Please.
I just haven't.
Dustin, you can do this. This is.
That's so.
They're both good-looking men. This is not me being like, Dustin's ugly.
Why does he look like Tom? Why does he look like Tom Hiddleston a little bit right here? Can you see that? No.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Don't.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Sean, tell me I'm wrong here.
No, Dustin's a hand.
I mean, I see why you say
more handsome than that.
I don't think they look terribly alike, but there's definitely a couple of features that are similar.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So Dustin, you said you have been mistaken for other celebrity. Like, who have people told you look like before?
I have independently from multiple people had Seth Meyers 4 or 5 times.
Oh,
and I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay, Sean, can you pull up Seth Meyers? That actually might be a better call.
That checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Damn it.
I think it's like the facial structure, the mouth shape.
Yeah, you guys have the same cheekbones.
Yeah, I think that checks out. Hold on.
Although when I was in 7th grade, people wanted me to try to be Harry Potter because I had roundish glasses and not a bowl cut, but basically Harry Potter hair.
Dear God.
Can you imagine?
I think it's the smile, and I think it's the cheekbones.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Seth Meyers is a good call, though. That's definitely a good call.
Dustin has a better nose.
Okay, so we're just going to break down his sex appeal here real quick, guys.
You compared him to somebody ugly.
He's
and
not
that was
ugly.
mean.
Oh my God.
He's not ugly.
I know he's not. That's why
But Rick Astley isn't ugly. We're gonna put a poll up here.
This might be the first time Dina thought that a ginger was ugly.
This is true. Dina has a thing for the ginger. Yeah.
Oh.
Listen. We're gonna put up a poll about this. Rick Astley ? And
we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, we are. Sean, clip it.
Don't do that.
I'm clipping it right now, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm clipping it. Don't worry.
All right. So now we it's the moment you've been waiting for. Have you been prepping your steamy sexual voice, Dustin?
You don't want to hear my sexy voice.
I'm so ready for it.
I've been preparing my sexy mentality.
The sexy it's a mental state. Because you're no stranger to love. All right. Every week, we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history, usually selected by the Literary Review, a British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. These are from real books intended to be taken seriously. The first of this week's doubleheader will be read by Dustin and is from She's Leaving Home by Edwina Curie. And the second part of this 2-part cringy copulation is an excerpt from The God of Small Things by, I cannot pronounce this name, Arundhati Roy?
Arundhati Roy, baby.
Let's do it. All right, Dustin, getting that sexy mentality.
Ready?
Get there, baby. Let's do it.
Should have had a cigar before this. Don't be shy. You're so beautiful. And remember, whatever we do, it's not dirty. When 2 people care about each other, there's no shame, only love. My. Catch on fast, don't you? Hang on. And he unzipped his jeans and dropped them to the floor. Don't be frightened, he whispered. Come on, lie down. She obeyed and he slipped off her panties. Then he broke off, reached into the drawer of the bedside table, found the tiny silver packet, and as she watched, rolled its contents on. Again, she held him, and both smiled. Oh, Michael, I'm on fire for you. Hush, we don't want anyone coming to investigate. I'm okay, honestly, don't stop. Hoarsely. I wasn't intending to. Hold on tight. Here we go. So is that like built into my book, or what is it?
Is this the sex scene?
Is that how did you get my deleted scenes?
Was this the subplot that you're thinking about?
Just so the audience knows, hold on. Dina selected these, which is why the most rancid thing about this reading is the word panties.
I was going to say, that was really fucking tame.
It's objectively not a great written scene, but there's nothing awful about it.
Okay, I will say, I'm on fire for you. If a girl ever said that, I would immediately be like, if you're asking me to
syphilis?
wait.
Here's the thing. No, I wanted to know why somebody was going to come investigate.
Yeah.
That was what I fixated on.
I was worried about what the silver packet was.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to know what the silver... Is it a ketchup packet?
It's implied it's a condom, right? But
I would say so.
It's a silver packet, and he rolled the contents on. It could be like some weird...
Yeah,
it could have been relish.
Could be putting relish
Maybe
on
it's
It's mayo.
relish. Maybe it was olives.
It was topping hot.
It was topping
Get
hot,
it?
yeah.
Hot dog?
Hey, olives on a hot dog.
I mean,
go.
Dustin, for the record, he was using his bookmark on his penis.
At least
So he's going to dog ear the page when he's reading after she's asleep.
All right.
Okay. Promise the next one's funnier.
I believe in you, Dina.
She unbuttoned her shirt. They stood there, skin to skin, her brownness against his blackness, her softness against his hardness. Her nut brown breasts that wouldn't support a
Nut brown breasts
that wouldn't support a toothbrush against his smooth ebony chest. She could feel herself through him, her skin, the way her body existed only where he touched her. The rest of her was smoke. She felt him shudder against her. His hands were on her haunches. They could support a whole array of toothbrushes.
Hold on, reread that. Hold on.
His hands were on her haunches. They could support a whole array of toothbrushes. Pulling her hips against his to let her know how much he wanted her. Behind them, the river pulsed through the darkness, shimmering like wild silk. Yellow bamboo wept.
Oh! Cena!
A whole array of toothbrushes?
Gosh, you guys. Can we ask the question, like anytime anything comes up that's like sexual in nature, can we just ask how many toothbrushes it can support? Like, can that just be like the official method of describing it?
Wasn't that the greatest
How many
thing?
toothbrushes thick was it?
Dina, you're gonna have to start keeping toothbrushes at your desk so we can start getting a measuring.
Just throws them at the camera.
This
Right
guy
now.
must be a dentist, right? But why
Yeah.
else would he use toothbrushes as a method of...
There was no
measurement?
oral in it, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that her breasts and everything else was compared to toothbrushes.
And also nut
Nut brown is
brown.
not.
Nut brown was a highlight. Yeah.
Brown.
But what kind of nut? That's the problem. There's a whole array
What
of
was
nuts.
it, number 3 brown?
That's
Oh, God.
not brown,
Nut brown.
sir.
Oh God! Like, how did he write that in his? Like,
You're welcome. See, I told you it got better.
That was quality. I'm all. We've got some solid.
Got some solid toothbrushes. They were the hard bristles.
But
God.
His hardness against her softness.
I mean, just imagine you putting these together. I'm on fire for you. Hold on. How many toothbrushes thick is that ass?
And are they like electric toothbrushes are heavier and wider than regular toothbrushes?
Like, what is the
His hardness
It's a superior
could
form of
support
toothbrush.
several toothbrushes.
That's definitely going to be like the next off the wall
array.
question is how many toothbrushes could your characters
A tooth.
support?
Your character's haunches.
An audience.
Her boobs were the shelf for the first one, right?
Yeah.
Now, does that mean
Only
that it's
one toothbrush, though.
So it's a shelf.
Do we ever know it's actually
for
a woman?
Toothbrushes is what he said.
Or is it like a bathroom counter vanity situation?
She
They
unbuttoned
did
her
say she.
shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is she still in the bra at this point?
Her nut brown breasts that
Yeah.
wouldn't support a toothbrush.
So does that mean that there were
So
like two?
they're small.
Oh, okay, they were small. I didn't know if that just meant they were like more
I think they're small.
pointed than like round.
I
Or
thought that
just
it
not there
meant
at
that
all.
they were saggy.
Yeah.
Could mean
Because
any of
they
those
That's where my
are
things.
mind
firm.
went.
Yeah. See, this is ambiguous.
Like they're
Yeah.
not firm enough to support a shelf
Yeah,
of a
not-
toothbrush.
They might not have been her breasts, and he's just anatomically challenged.
This is true.
All right, 1 second pitch, you guys.
Sir, this isn't my breast. This is.
And this is where I keep my toothbrush. I can only support one, though.
I just want to see this on someone's Tinder profile. I want a girl that can support at least 3 toothbrushes on her breast.
An array of toothbrushes.
Are the toothbrushes being held upright in a holder or no? Are they just like?
I think the assumption
Are they?
is that the
Are they
Like
laying
laying down.
it's like
so?
it's like in the middle.
In between.
Yes.
Well,
And that's couldn't even
See?
support one
Yeah, couldn't
toothbrush.
even do one. Yeah. Fucking hell. All right. So, guys, you can check out Dustin's book Catalyst anywhere where books are sold. Get it on Amazon. You're going to freaking love it. But, Dustin, it's that time, buddy, where you've got 1 second, a proud tradition on our show. We have the 1 second pitch where I need you
Heck yeah.
to sell this book in 1 second. Threaten, seduce, hold up toothbrushes for the audience and get them to buy your book. And then, we'll give you a full chance to give you a full pitch here. But
and actually, as inspiration, Dustin, I want you to know that I'm dog-earing the prologue page of your book right now because that's where I am.
Thank you. Respect.
There. Yeah, that's
respect.
And eventually I will read it. It's very high or deep on my to-be-read list, but I'll get to it eventually, and I will
dog ear the shit out of it.
Wear it out in your honor.
I appreciate it.
All right, buddy, you ready? I'm going to count you in. Here we go. 3, 2.
Testicle pasta.
Testicle pasta.
That's a top tier 1 second pitch.
That is a good one. Yeah.
That is absolutely prime.
Is it nut brown?
Wow.
Only when he uses the brown butter sauce.
Depends on the sauce.
Oh, fuck. All right, Dustin, here we go. Now you have an opportunity to sell this book to the audience, get a full elevator pitch. Tell the folks why they need to check out Catalyst.
It's a book for people who need to know that they're not alone in their struggles. No matter how petty they might seem, they're always valid, and there's probably someone else who's feeling it. And it's also intended for people who need to know there's a glimmer of hope always, as long as you're willing to open your eyes and pay a little bit of attention. And at the very least, on the lighter side, it's really just my opinion, and it's the most common feedback I've got. It's a solid travel book. It'll put you somewhere if you miss traveling over the past couple years, or if you've never had the opportunity to travel and may never, or you just need the motivation to travel and you're not sure where to go. I would like to think this would sell you on Italy pretty quick.
Absolutely. And for the folks at home, man, this is a book that, again, this is what I love about getting to do this podcast. We get out of the comfort zone. There's no dragons anywhere, even though, there's some opportunities that we'll discuss later, Dustin. But it's a book that, listen, don't read this if you're hungry, if you feel like you need a drink, or you really want to travel, because it's only going to make you hungry, want to drink more, and get your ass to Italy. It's well written. The description's incredible. Absolutely fun characters. And I can't recommend this enough, man. I'm so glad I got to check this out, Dustin. So I highly recommend you guys check this book out.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Dustin, you had mentioned before that you wanted to let us know about a new project, the Baseline Manifesto. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm going to keep it real brief because it's still kind of under wraps as I work out some details. But the Baseline Manifesto is a multimedia project that I'm working on gearing up that's focused around encouraging people to actively talk about their mental health, their struggles, and their triumphs, both of them, and to encourage people to pay attention to their own too. The past couple of years opened up a lot of things for people who maybe didn't think they used to deal with this shit. And I've had coworkers open up to me that they seem to have a really good life. They're happy with their whole life, but this upended things and sent them to some dark places. So that just kind of got me thinking, what do I have that I can share, that I can kind of bring to the table to help? Because there's plenty of people who want help, don't know that they need it, from every walk of life. It's not just people who are young and trying to figure out the course of their life. It's not just people who have the course of their life figured out. It's everybody in some capacity. And kind of like in my pitch, there's no issue too petty because someone else is dealing with it and maybe figured out how to work through it. And if you can connect with someone that kind of speaks to you, why not?
And listen, guys, this is such a great cause, and I can't wait to see what you do with this, and know that you have my support. I think I can speak for the whole team that we're behind this project 100%.
I'll let you speak for me.
Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that as a man. But listen, seriously though, for a second, guys.
Actually,
yeah. But seriously, for a second though, my mom was a therapist for a million years before she retired. I've seen therapists myself. I can't tell you enough how much mental health is such an important thing, something that absolutely needs to be talked about, and it's something that I support here. And I love this idea, this project, and like we say all the time with our audience, guys, we love you. It's okay to not always be in the best place.
It's okay not to be okay. It's just not okay to stay that way.
And so, man, I support this. That's
and it's an ongoing journey. That's what you need to keep in mind. Thank you. That's one thing people need to keep in mind. It's always an ongoing journey. It's not once you get to B, you're done. It's gonna be going. You're gonna have times where you fail. Yeah. And you need to get back up, and that's going to be the point of the Baseline Manifesto.
I love it, man. I love it. So, hey, keep us posted.
I look forward, and I'll keep you guys updated.
And man, we'll definitely plug this again when you got this thing up and running. Baseline Manifesto, guys. You can check out the website, thebaselineman.com. Thebaselineman.com.
Yep.
You know, I need some mental health right now, Dustin. You know the only.
Can we check in with Eggo?
Eggo,
one more time.
He has his own music now.
He's a good boy.
The goodest of boys.
The best of boys.
He's a heckin' good boy.
How many toothbrushes do you think we could get on that fluffy ass?
At least 5.
2 arrays of toothbrushes. Say bye-bye, buddy. Say bye-bye.
Eggo, we're going to miss you. We're going to love you.
This is the quality video content that our audio-only listeners are missing out on.
Dustin is... for audio-only listeners, Dustin is getting an array of toothbrushes and placing them on Eggo's posterior right now. Full array. So guys, again, you can check out Catalyst by Dustin Taylor, literary fiction available on Amazon. And buddy, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sticking around for my completely unprofessional.
Thank you guys. Hey, no worries. I'll make it up next time,
buddy. Next time I'm in Oregon, we're getting beers, bud.
Do it.
All right, so guys, Dustin, tell the folks where they can find you.
Let's see, on Twitter, I am at Dustin Taylor _, not a bot.
Yeah, Fanny, not a bot.
Instagram, on Instagram, I'm It's Dustin Taylor, ITS Dustin Taylor. And on my website, that's still kind of in process, is just DustinTaylor.com.
And just to be
come by, say hi, and
so just to be clear,
see corgi pictures at the very worst case.
You're not selling
top tier corgi content on his Twitter feed, by the way.
Do you want Eggo's Instagram too?
Yes.
How do we not know this exists?
What the fuck, Dustin?
It's Eggo Taylor. Alex Rivera knows about it.
Okay, so Alex is more important to... Okay, I see how it is. He's more important to you than...
No, he just asked.
So I'm a fight a bitch.
What's Eggo's Instagram?
At It's Eggo Taylor.
Eggo Taylor?
At It's Eggo Taylor.
Perfect. Sean, we just need to have this handle just scrawling across our episode, the entire episode. Just the whole time.
I'm not seeing any posts.
At It's Eggo, ITS Eggo Taylor.
Oh, it's Eggo Taylor.
Eggo Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see the theme.
Yeah,
I see the theme. Yes. Oh my God.
Taylor,
you guys.
Wait, can you share?
You guys.
Can you screen share? I don't have Instagram.
This, Sean, please.
This content right here.
I just want to see like a page full of.
Please.
Oh my God.
Please.
You guys.
Oh my God, the head scratches.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Dude, why is this dog like the best dog? He's better than my dogs. Fuck my dogs.
Look at the sweater on the chubby boy.
He's got a little bow tie on.
Chubby boy.
Oh,
it's the tongue.
You guys.
Dustin, I can't promise you that you're going to sell any books from this episode, but I feel like Eggo's going to get a lot of new subscribers.
You like the torpedo dog?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he very quickly got to like 100 followers within a week that I had him.
Shit, that's incredible.
I thought he was going to surpass me.
He very Mel White. Yeah. This
Dude, why do I love this dog?
Dude.
I don't understand why I like this dog more than my dog.
Corgis have that special power, man.
Look, the little corgi boy.
All right. Before we get too much off the rails with more corgi talk, Dina, where can the folks find you?
Oh, shit. I was trying to open the fan.
Oh, broke it again.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at DinosaurusDina. You can make me a new fan.
And you can find me on Twitter at DanQ_WritesThing. That's DanQ_WritesThing singular. Because I'm a published author with one work now, boys. So my handle makes sense.
Congratulations to you guys on that. That's so fucking cool.
Love you, buddy.
I'm so ready for that. I keep watching the mail for it, but it hasn't showed up yet.
By the time this episode airs, you'll have had this for a month, so you've got to just rephrase like, oh my god, I loved all your stories.
I mean, I did. I already read it. But,
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And producer Sean, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Chase Holdu.
And since you already got to eat, since I was an hour late, what'd you eat, buddy?
I ate some homemade chicken tortilla soup.
That's always good.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. The next episode of Don't Make It Weird podcast is going to be the 1-year anniversary. It's going to be the best of. We're going to have all the best moments, all the best guests. I don't know. I had no follow-up to that. Don't
make it weird.
Don't make it weird, yes. All right, jazz hands, everyone.
Don't Make It Weird, hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dinosaurus. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. You can find the video version of this show on our YouTube channel or the audio-only version wherever you download your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and it helps us out a ton. Have a message for Dina or Daniel? Leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD and we'll listen to it on a future episode. Thanks for making it weird with us, and we'll see you next time.